So we're going to start talking about the budget. We're going to talk about the services the village offers its residents, events held throughout the year, the budget process, and finally the budgets for general and sewer funds.
Donna. Karen told me I had 10.
Here are some of the services the village of Webster offers to its residents and community members. I thought a fun fact that I've learned since I've worked here is that the village of Webster is one of the only ones that has a village band. So that's interesting, and as you can see, we keep busy around here. Some of the community events that happen throughout the year in the village that we take pride in celebrating: the Halloween costume contest, Veterans Day luncheon, Santa at the Village Hall, and the 9/11 ceremony are carried out by the village and participate in conjunction with other businesses for the Jazz Fest and shred events. Here's a timeline of the budget. We start thinking and talking about the budget in December. By January and February, we are holding discussions with the mayor and department heads to plan how dates fall. We hold workshops in February, March. Today, April 11th, we hold the public hearing on the tentative budget and present it to the public. On April 25th, the board will approve the budget. Some of the budget process, the building blocks in developing the budget. We take into consideration historical data, estimates from department heads, known fixed amounts, upcoming projects, long and short term. Sorry. No, you did that. No, she did it.
No, I think he's telling you where it says meetings and discussion with the mayor and the department heads. Forgot the board.
Oh, I'm sorry, and the board.
Good catch, Al.
Please continue.
But some of those are held in office. So to that point, some of those conversations are held in the office during the work hours.
Thank you.
For that point. But in developing the budget, we take into consideration historical data, estimates from department heads, known fixed amounts, upcoming projects, long and short term, changes in state and federal funding, economic trends, the tax cap, and constitutional tax limit. Essentially, we like to budget to the tax cap. This year, the board will be approving to go over the tax rate in order to keep the tax rate steady. Here are some pictures of general fund as we get into the budget. Some of the projects and vehicles that we will be doing in 24-25. Vehicles W7, W20, and W8 are being replaced. 18, I'm sorry. Thank you. This includes the street sweeper and backhoe leases. There will be paving and milling completed as well as sidewalks on Phillips Road. The break room for DPW will be getting a facelift as well as new windows and doors at the Village Hall. There will also be an increase in drainage work and new hanging planters for flowers throughout the village. We also budgeted $100K towards the New York Forward Grant in good faith. As you can see on the screen, the tax rate remains the same as the previous year at 2.268 per thousand. Property tax revenue will be $637,352. Sales tax is budgeted at $1,550,926. State and federal aid is budgeted at $320,776. The other revenues are budgeted at $856,671. This includes pilots, gross utility tax, franchise fees, clerk treasurer fees, sale of equipment, interest, rental of real property taxes, rental of real property, licenses and permits. And we're also appropriating $98,387 from the unreserved fund balance. And that gives us a total estimated revenues of $3,365,725. And then here are revenues in a pie chart. I think it's important to recognize that property taxes do not make up most of general fund's revenue. We are dependent on sales tax revenue. And as you can see on the screen, property tax revenue makes up less than a quarter of all revenues. Here are the expenses in pie chart form. They equal revenues. As you can see on the screen, transportation makes up the biggest cost. This includes snow removal, street lighting, sidewalks, and parking. The next largest portion is general government. This is the front office costs, records management, clerk treasurer expenses, lawyer, IT, and municipal dues. Employee benefits make up 17%. Other is at 16%. This is public health, debt service, and economic development and recreation. Home and community makes up 7%. This includes zoning, storm sewers, refuse, street cleaning, and trees and board. And this is John driving us into sewer. And here are a few more pictures of
He's sitting backwards.
Yeah, he is.
Crazy driver.
I think I taught him. Here are some sewer fund projects that are upcoming. Planning to plant arborvitae's by the back storage area. There's fencing, a pole barn, a communitor replacement, and a blower replacement. As with general fund, the sewer rates also will be remaining the same. This means that if you're a single-family resident within the village, you'll see the $225 on your tax bill. If your home or business is considered commercial sewer, you will continue to be invoiced quarterly with a minimum amount due of $56.25 based on usage. Estimated revenues are just under $1.4 million. We will be using the remaining ARP funds of a little over, just under $166,000 towards sewer. Fees and permits are estimated at $23,980. We will also be appropriating $147,720 from unreserved fund balance, making the total appropriations $1,737,231. And here are the estimated revenues in pie chart form. As you can see, the sewer fund is almost completely self-funded with their sewer charges. Same with general fund. Expenses and revenues are budgeted to match each other. As you can see, the home and community services make up the most of sewer fund at 56%. This includes the sewage treatment and disposal, sewer admin, and collection. The debt service makes up 23%. Employee benefits is at 8%, and transfer to reserves at 7%. And 6% is general government support. And this concludes the presentation. If you would like a copy of the tentative budget, it's at the front desk of the Village Hall, or can be found on our website.
Thank you.
You're welcome.